Do you see the love in the people who are struggling for the earth dance? The sooner we work together, the more we'll have a chance. For the love that sets you free, only love can set us free. Give us strength to live, and give us strength to work. For your education, for your food, for your people, for the nature of your place.
They're not going to fruit anymore.
All right, you can tell because they're dead looking. And,
yeah, because I mean, there's nothing to them.
Yeah.
Right. So make the comparison between this.
Okay,
and
that
this,
and that.
Right.
Okay.
Big difference, right?
Yes, I see.
So
the
this
difference.
one fruited in year 1.
Right.
And then probably fruited, Primocane fruited last year. And anytime you do that, it's toast. It's gone.
Okay. Okay. Now by Primocane fruiting, you mean?
Right, so Primocane fruiting would be like when it just came up this year, current year's growth fruited in the fall. You can leave those shoots, right? This is a 1-year-old shoot. This head of the Primocane fruit has already occurred. You could keep this, you could hang on to this if you were if you so chose to, in the hopes that it would actually come along and put on a small crop this summer.
And I can see them budding already,
Then it would be Primocane fruiting, right? So these buds, these buds have been there since fruit development last fall. There's potential. It's certainly not going to create the same size of a crop as it did last fall, but it'll still do something. So by contrast...
So that's over after it fruits one more time.
Which means you need to get rid of it as soon as it's done fruiting.
Yeah, and as we were talking earlier, we were talking about a strategy of leaving some of the Floricanes, which is the secondary growth, so that we'll have a spring or a summer crop.
So the nice thing about Primocane is that you could totally mow all this down. You could just come in here with a sickle bar mower, cut it all down, get it all out of here, and you'd still get a nice healthy crop this fall because they're Primocane raspberries. So whatever current year's growth is still going to
But we wouldn't get any in the summer or late spring or whatever.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, in order to get that late spring, early summer fruit crop off of a Primocane raspberry, you would leave this. It can be done. It's not, I mean, from a commercial standpoint, not done.
Okay.
It's just not worth the effort. But if in a situation like this, where your interest is in getting as many raspberries as you possibly can, sure, makes sense. Absolutely.
Okay. Sounds good.
So,
the
key is removing immediately after fruiting whatever fruits in the summer. Just get rid of it. So it's never going to do you any lick of good ever again.
Oh, I see.
You could preserve it for the
that's great. That's great.
And depositing nutrients back into the soil, but you have so much that you probably don't really need to worry about that. The other takeaway, and if you do that, then you're never going to see that wood that we just removed earlier. That wood that had done its job 9 months ago and was done doing its job 9 months ago. That's just space filler. That's competing with all this productive growth that's out here for space. So you would never see things like this if you stayed on top of that.
Okay.
For the sake of just demonstration purposes, I would go in, I would remove this. I would go in and I would, the difference between the blackberries and the red raspberries is that you're not interested in shortening these canes. Generally speaking, and you can see.
Yeah, you want to, if you're going to take it out at the base, right?
Well, these plants don't need to be topped. We're not looking to top these plants and allow them to branch out because generally speaking, they don't get that much longer than what you see here. And beyond that, most importantly, they have full capacity to hold themselves upright, even under full crop load.
Yeah, they do.
Doubled back down onto the ground and burying themselves and re-rooting.
Like the blackberries.
Like the blackberries would, or like red raspberries, or I'm sorry, purple or black raspberries would. So when it comes to brambles that we're interested in topping off at, 24 to 48 inches, depending on the variety, we're doing that because the plant itself really doesn't support itself all that well. So the interest in these is just letting them grow up mow them down if you're not interested in a summer crop. If you are interested in a summer crop, one of the things that you're interested in doing is just maintaining, you know, at least some of this wood that's overwintered.
Okay.
That way you can get some of the crop.
Okay. That sounds good. Thanks.